The tractor. I want it clean, Isabella. Isabella, you're getting daddy wet. Wash the tractor.
Hi, Jason Hoosier from Hoosier Helpers, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to explore the RC54-G20 mower deck reconditioning process. This is the deck that's used on a G1800 and G1900 Kubota. So my first step was to strip the deck down as much as I could. The hubs that are on the outside two blades are actually designed to be removed by pulling those 4 bolts out. Unfortunately, these hubs were grooved into the deck, and so I had to end up leaving them. You can see there was some minor pitting that was also prevalent, but I sanded as much of the rust off as I possibly could. The next step of the process was to clean the internal parts. So after I got the shafts pulled out, I cleaned those with kerosene and then brake cleaner as a final rinse. Once I had all the deck clean, I shot the entire deck with primer. Even though there was still good paint, I scuffed the paint as well as possible. And I shot everything with primer. Here you can see some individual smaller parts that I had sprayed. In between different coats of primer, I'd allow 24 hours of dry time. Next, I painted everything with Kubota orange paint, actual Kubota paint. I felt that the quality of the paint was probably superior to any of the Krylons or other brands of spray paints that were available. One other thing I did was the little anti-scalp wheels, the brackets that went on the deck. On my deck, the holes had kind of wallered out from just time and the pins vibrating around. Since I was going to replace the pins anyway, I wanted to make sure that those were as tight as possible. So I took them over to a buddy's house and had him weld the hole shut, and then we re-drilled the appropriate size hole before any of the painting took place. I even painted all of the hardware to ensure that it gave the deck a new appearance. For the drive shaft, what I ended up doing is putting in both U-joints as well as the coupler that actually connects to the tractor's PTO output. My coupler was damaged where you had to hold it on with a hose clamp, and so I wanted to make it where I could easily take the deck on and off without the use of tools, so I went ahead and bought that yoke. Other parts like the tires or the wheels and the anti-scalp wheels I painted with a flat black. Not that this is going to add any protection, but I did want to make them look as new as possible. For the rear wheels, I painted those with just a high quality gloss black paint. And here's the first finished view, or it's almost finished view of the deck. As you can see, the drive shaft is installed with that new coupler. All the hardware is installed, new pins in the anti-scalp wheels on the front, new U-joints, new bearings in all 3 spindles. The belt was actually in really good shape, so I just reused that belt to save some money. But everything was repainted to make it look as new as possible. In addition to putting new bearings and U-joints in, I also put 3 new blades on at the same time. On the underneath side here, I cleaned it as well as possible, and then I shot it with primer, then 2 coats of high quality spray paint, and then this 3rd coat is actually a graphite spray that I had sprayed under it just to an attempt to see if that would keep the grass from sticking. And here is 100% finished with it all put back together. I didn't end up putting decals back on it, mainly because the decals weren't available. I think it turned out well. If you like the channel, please feel free in subscribing to us. We've got lots and lots of content, and we'd love to have you as a subscriber. We also love comments, so if you get a chance, feel free to give us a comment, reach out to us. Check out our Facebook channel as well. I hope you all have a safe and wonderful afternoon, and let's pray for spring to be around the corner. This cold snow stuff is getting really old. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye.